What's going on, everyone? Hope you're good. It is currently 12:12 in the morning, in the AM, and I just got finished with a bunch of work, so I thought, what better time to speak about doing hard work? I want to talk a little bit about the process of what it feels like to do hard shit, how that hard shit has a compounding effect on your growth in your business, and what it feels like to do the hardest of hard in the time period of where you feel like things are fucked and it's not possible and you can't get it done. I want to talk through a phase that I am in right now, the hardest work that I have ever done, and I want to throw back to a little bit of experience with this in the past and what it's looked like in the past for me and how it's kind of played out. So, long story short, we had someone come into the gym yesterday, and they picked up one of our pieces of equipment. We are moving some stuff around downstairs, just realized that we couldn't fit what we needed to where we needed to, so we got rid of some of the stuff. And the person, he came along with his brother. He's someone I've known for a very long time, but he's someone that has watched from the distance, right? He's not someone that I've had incredible amounts to do with, great person, but he's only ever observed, right? He's only observed from the outside. He explained to his brother on the way over here that, like, yeah, no, this place isn't a gym, it's not usable, and, you know, rightfully so, his brother was a little confused. And his brother had asked, like, well, how did you do all this? And this was with me in the room, and I just said, oh, well, you know, did a lot of work, you know, a little bit of luck. And the person picking up the machine, he said, no, I will tell you what you did. And he reminded me of a time that I had forgotten about, if I'm honest. He reminded me of a time where I was a coach, prepping athletes to stage, and, you know, the natural thing of taking people to stage means you have to go to the competitions. So he told the story like this. Whenever an athlete was on stage, or prepping to get on the stage rather, we were at the back, I was there, fully attentive, and you know, pumping up, doing all the stuff, helping the athlete do whatever they needed to. But the moment they went on stage, or they walked off to the marshal area, I went to the crowd, and in every show, I had one thing with me. That was my laptop. And this was in a time before online coaching being what online coaching was. And while I waited for my clients to get on stage, I would sit there and I would work. I would make changes to programs. I would look over check-ins. I would sit in a crowded room of people that are all there for entertainment purposes. And the way this person said it, was the only person doing the extra work between the classes where my clients were not competing. And he said, you've done all the work for as long as you can, and that's why you have what you have. And it's a phase in business that I'd forgotten about. The phase where I'd forgotten that, yes, I would go to social things, events, not just like this, but to anywhere I could. I would take my laptop, I would take my work with me, and I would do more. And I want to give you guys a little bit of, like, maybe a look into the behind the curtains, if you will. I have what I have because I not just worked more than everyone, I worked harder than everyone, but I did it for fucking longer, right? This is something that I think it comes down to just, it's a reminder that sometimes the work that you're doing now will not pay off for another 10 years, asterisks, and that's okay. I want to really dive into the context of, like, working for a long period of time and having no sort of return and understanding that it fucking sucks. Right now, I'm in the biggest push phase of my life so far, because I know that in a year from now, 2 years from now, 10 years from now, what I am doing now as far as the volume of work and the amount of it, and the intensity of it, like, we're not just talking an amount of work, long hours, but it's long hours doing the right thing, solving it with fucking violence. I know that in 10 years, the level that I have access to now will change. And I hope that that level gets bigger and better, because the truth behind this is, for the goals that I'm trying to achieve, I am by definition inadequate. I am not good enough yet. I will get better, but the only way to get better is through the work. And this is why I want to remind you, is the work will always take care of you. And this is something that I say it so often, and people just see it as like it's a motivational quote. It's not. It means so much more than that. It's a reminder to say that even when you don't have a return, even when it feels fucking shit, it's what you signed the fuck up to, right? Like, I get so passionate about this, but if we really come back down to, like, okay, well, what does this look like? I want to give you guys a bit of context into hard work, right? And how hard work feels, okay? Hard work does not feel fun. Hard work feels like you are doing more than everyone and it's still not enough. This is a wild context, or a wild thought, that your hard is just not enough. Like, you are inadequate in skill and in effort. Like, sometimes just because you worked as hard as you could, you then assume that you then deserve the outcome. It's like, no, your outcome is so much further away than your available work, and you need more. You need to find the next level because your hard is not hard enough. Plain and simple. The amount that you put in now, it will not get you to where you're trying to go. There is no way that you get to where you're going, or where you really want to go, to that point in time, that point in business where it's like you're searching for, and you go, it's somewhere in the future. You don't know exactly what it is, but you know that it's far away. That will not come without hard work. If you're setting small little goals, then sure, you don't probably need to work hard. But I also question, like, if you don't need to work hard, why are you working at all? Let's just get efficient and let's get someone else to do all the work for you. Like, you can buy back time and reduce risk by increasing your team and paying the right people an amount of money that they will do the job well enough, right? But if that's not you, if you're in a phase of business where you're like, cool, we have great cash flow, we're growing at a rate that I never thought I would, but it's a requirement for you to jump back on the tools, or for you to push harder, or for you to find more leverage, this is a conversation I think you'll enjoy. So the context, or the concept rather, of your hard not being good enough, you need to do more for longer with no return, and it still sucks, stare into the abyss, eat glass, and it be shit, and do it anyway. I think it's a very hard pill to swallow for most. And the reason that it's hard for most to grasp, and for this concept to really make sense for most, is because your proxy is off. Like, you compare against people that you do more than. So I was talking to one of my friends about this, and it's like, okay, I'm really trying to get him to do way more, right? Because he has so much more potential and he can do so much in his business, but he's not there yet, right? And I was saying that, like, ticking the box is not enough. There is no golden medal to say, well, you showed up, you did hours. Like, posting on your story saying that you did hours is not enough. You need to be focusing on the right problem and working with absolute violence on the right problem. It's not enough just to know the problem and then work at it slowly. It's like, someone else is going to come take your lunch. Someone else is going to come take over the market that you're trying to acquire. Someone else will do what is required to get the outcome. And I said to him that you're just comparing to a shitty market. Your proxy is off. Your measuring stick is the wrong stick. It's because he does more work than the people he spends, large degrees of time with. And he's comparing to people that are doing less than him, that are luckier than him, and still have a bigger business. It's like, well, they are luckier. Like, luck exists, crazy notion, but luck exists. And there are people that can create one post, push it out, it goes viral, they get clients, and you don't. And the only answer to that is you must do more. And you must accept that it will not be fun, and it won't be easy, and it's probably going to be drawn out for a very long time. Like, it's not going to come in a week, 2 or 3, or even maybe 3 years. And coming back to the story of me sitting there with my laptop, that was in 2013. Like, it's 2025 now. We're talking 12 years of me doing more than most people would, and doing it for the first 6 years with really no tangible return. Like, we did okay, but we weren't in a position where I was like, fuck, I could maybe not work for a long period of time now. It took a long time to see any sort of like real tangible change, right? And that's 12 years, right? Where I did more, I did better, and I tried new shit. 12 years. And there's people at home saying, or there's people that come to me and say, but like, I worked really hard, I tried really hard, I posted for 3 times a week for 6 weeks in a row. It's like, what are you doing? What are we talking about here? Like, was that really hard? And I think it's maybe a whole nother video, but I think a lot of people just don't try. Like, they genuinely just do not try, where they want to tick the box, they want to do things. But I genuinely believe that most of the people that are trying to grow a business sit in the mirror, they stand there and they go, I actually don't try all that hard. I just show up enough to make people think that I try, even convince myself that I try, and therefore that is enough. And it's the same people who don't have a month over month increase on their business. Year over year, we're still sitting in the same place. And it's the same people that say, but I'm better than I was. Like I'm doing more than I did last month or 6 months ago. But if you're doing more and you're still not progressing, and it's still not actually to a point of, holy fuck, this is hard. I wake up and this feels horrible, and we're not at that point. Your previous proxy, your previous measuring stick on yourself was just too low. It's like, I'm going to make the gym example here, right? Because it's the word we know. Let's say you have a client and they're a complete beginner, and they get this pseudo progress week over week for their first 4, 6, 8, 12 weeks, because on week 1, they have zero intensity. They have no idea how to have access to intensity. So they keep adding progressive overload, but it's not progressive overload at all, because we haven't even found a point of failure yet. So we're just working through this rep range that is still easy, all the way through to week 12. It's like, cool, we are lifting more, but we still haven't found a point of failure. We haven't found that point of breakage where form starts to break down, slow down, and start to regress. They're making pseudo progress. The numbers go up, right? The time spent on the task improves, but it's not on task. It's not critical, right? We don't get any outcome. We have no extra muscle gained, and we have almost no energy burned. It's because the starting point was too fucking easy. And it's the same with business. If you're just sitting on level 2 being like, well, I went to level 3, the progress doesn't come to level 9. Like, you need to find your level 9, and then we need to find the next level and next and next. And the fact is, you just get better. So your level 10, you never reach it, right? You just adapt to the 9. The intensity starts to drop off because you get better, not because the tasks get easier. The point is hard, right? The point is you find that point of failure. I think making like gym examples will help. It helps understand this so much, that when we really look at how this shit works, we must find a point of intensity, settle into that, nail it, then scale it, then go on to the next level. And you just stop comparing yourself to people that do fucking nothing. It's the people that actually push forward, that scare you with the amount of volume they do. And I hope to be one of those people for you, that the amount of work that I get done and do, not just busy work in hours, it helps you push forward and realize that maybe you have a little bit more in the tank. Maybe your proxy, the measuring stick, needs to be adjusted to people that just have more and do more. Like this, I say that luck exists because it does, but I will say with absolute conviction, I am where I am because of what I've done, not because of luck. Like, luck has helped, but it's small. It's a small amount. You have to work, and you have to accept that it's going to suck, and you have to accept that your version of hard is probably not all that hard to someone else that does heaps, that really tries. The context you have around hard work in time can change, and it should change. You need to try hard though, right? You need to actually push through, because if you don't, you get this pseudo progress where you're like, well, I'm taking a couple steps forward, but it's never enough to buffer a quiet season. It's never enough to buffer a high churn rate. And then you wonder why that it's just this constant sprint forward, sprint, and then can slow down, sprint forward, slow down, and then the business doesn't go anywhere. The crazy thing is though, when you push hard and you get past that, that you start to creep into level 10 territory, you get a sense of calmness and stillness in the action. And I walk into the office every single morning knowing that the list of to-dos is absurd. Like the list of to-dos compared to time is precipitously large. And yet I still don't get deterred by that, because I'm moving so fast that I've lost peripheral vision, and I'm losing peripheral vision of the risks, of the scary, of the feeling of hard. All I'm doing is moving with speed and moving forward and chasing that tiny little bit of light at the end of the tunnel. So I don't come in the mornings feeling like I'm tired. Like I am. I'm tired to the bone. But I don't pay attention to the tired is what I'm saying. It's because I look to the work and I say, this is what's required and this is what will allow me to get better, so that then I am equipped to tackle the next problem, so that I am not inadequate for my goals, and so that I can teach people like you how to work way harder on the right problem in the right order. if there's something that you struggle with, I will give you some tactiles. Just give you something to actually tick the box on. I need you to do a time audit. I need you to actually look at your time. Where do you spend it? What do you do? And we want to do a 15-minute alarm every hour. So every 15 minutes of your day, I want an alarm to go off on your phone. And I just want you to write. Don't put it into a phone. Don't put it into notes. But don't put it into a spreadsheet. Physically write it down. What did you do in those last 15 minutes? And we do this for 7 days in a row. If you look back on those 7 days and you start to, we'll just get some highlighters out, go through it. Okay, red for bad, green for good, high action tasks. If you have more red than green, we have a problem, and we should delete it as fast as fucking possible. We should outsource the, say, orange tasks that are maybe lower leverage, take a lot of time, that can be paid by someone else or given to someone else on a low cost per hour. Outsource them and focus only on the green shit. The shit that makes you move forward, the shit that makes the business grow, and ideally, it's the shit that requires so much more of you than you can currently give. If that helps, work hard. The work will always take care of you, and we'll see you soon.